Right, what I'll do is demonstrate how to use the grouped image importing panel. I'll import some media to my posts, newly created posts, using my test data and my test images. And then once I've done that, I'll go through some of the technical details that you need to know. Now, here's my test data. I'm going to be working with this column here. Image group, Empire, Revolution, Predator are my unique terms, and they can be found in my images. So these are test images that are actually bundled with CSV to post, so that other people, so that you, if you purchase Premium Edition, can follow this tutorial. So I'll get right onto that, save those settings. Don't worry, I'm going to explain what the settings do. I'm going to go to post creation. Actually, I'll just show you the media library is empty for a little bit of proof. Click submit on creating one post. Go back to the media library and just show that it has imported 4 images. I'll just click on those images to show the full images are imported. Alright, and I'll go to posts and show you that a post has been created. Now keep in mind, I've not created a title template or a content template, so we don't expect the post to look great at all. All I'm showing you is that a featured image has been set. Now the featured image is basically the first image in the list of images for that post. And that's that. So as you can see, it was very simple to not only create a post but to import those images, and it would be an unlimited amount of images per post. So if you have very large groups of images for a single post, all you need to make sure is that those images include the keyword or a unique ID or even a phrase, a term of some sort. Now let's just go over some of the technical details. We'll go back to the panel itself. Wrong page, some post content. Now here we are on grouped image importing. Now the first option, enabled, basically tells CSV to post to step into a set of arguments and basically a procedure, use a procedure, a specific procedure for importing images, and it will do various checks to make sure that the plugin and the images etc. are ready. We want to tell the plugin to avoid going into that procedure if we're not using this ability, and that will reduce the amount of work CSV to post needs to do when creating each post. So make sure this is set to no if you're not using this. So we set that to yes, and then we select our data. Now as you can see, my data is the image group column, as I've already shown. Yours could be named anything you wish, could be named image set or my images, it's entirely up to you, post images or whatever. Alright, and down here the increment option can be ignored. That's for some advanced features that I have in mind that are in the works regarding dealing with different images in a different way. So we apply a different treatment to images depending on the number that's on the image. Alright, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, just let me know, because obviously I need support for each of these individual features and help testing, etc. So that's the options on the panel explained, and it's all, you know, it's fairly simple at the moment. This obviously will import in a specific way. It will import images uploaded to the same server that your WordPress installation is on. Right now the directory is hard coded, so you must use the directory that I've laid out here. You see it up here. So I have my WordPress content, and the folder is named CSV2 post grouped images number 1. And as I said, it's hard coded, but we can change that. I can provide options to change it, and I'm thinking about allowing multiple directories and so on. I'm also thinking about re-importing new images that are added to a group of images to this folder, even though a post has already been created. So that's quite an interesting idea. So if you do find if you are in a business where new images come along, so on, especially photography and so on, then we could do that. And you may have like an event going on where images are pouring in over multiple days, and you would like them to automatically be displayed on a page. So that's along the lines of what I'm thinking. What else? I could show you some PHP, but there's the actual path is in multiple places. The best thing you could do is take the name of the folder and just do a search. So you would just take CSV to post grouped images 1, do a mass search on the plugin files and find all the locations that is used, because it's quite rudimentary right now. There is a setting already, but I've not actually applied the setting to the code, and therefore eventually there would be just that one setting to change. Alright, so that set, you will find that setting if you do as I've just said, but it won't actually make any difference if you change it. What else? The images are covered, the data is covered. I should mention that this data is downloadable from the About screen. There is a link to download this spreadsheet as a CSV file. The images are bundled with the plugin as well. The images here, those images. So you can test exactly as I have just tested. I think the last thing to mention is that it takes a while for WordPress to process images and create the media, especially if you're creating multiple sizes per image, which is often the case for the most advanced themes. And you have to think about auto-blogging and how much work WordPress is doing per post. What I recommend you do is create a post without this feature activated. So set it to no, create a post, then set it to yes and create another post, and you will notice a difference. Now, if you imagine trying to create 100, or if you tried to create 1,000 posts and each post had large groups of images, then you probably will hit your server's maximum processing limit, and therefore there will be a big nasty looking error. Now, people do that all the time with these plugins, and I get the blame, the plugin gets the blame, and so on. And that's when the 1-star ratings come in on WordPress.org. I do put some controls in there and restraints, but at the same time that can annoy other people who want to push the plugin to its limit, and they aren't fussy about hitting the maximum execution line, seeing the error, and having a cooldown of about 5 minutes, because sometimes your server will shut down. Especially if you're on cheap hosting, they may stop you accessing your site for 10-15 minutes. And I've even had hosting, have their staff physically check that everything's all right with the site and nothing on, there's no security issues there. But like I said, these are usually temporary things, and if you're in the middle of building a new website, then it's not really something you should stress about too much. A lot of users do get really worried and stressed when it happens, but don't. Come to me, go to the forum, the WebTechGlobal forum, seek support and help and advice on these things, and we'll help you push CSV posts to the limit. And that is very important when we're importing these images, because I'm still exploring how to push WordPress, and obviously there's only so far we can push WordPress because it's its own animal, isn't it? But what I consider how CSV posts can handle it. For example, how about importing some images over a long period of time? For example, we can create a post and then import an image at a time after the post is created, sort of automatically. So that's an option right there, to make the whole image import side of things a separate process. So these are the things I could put in place if you want me to. It's just a case of letting me know. Alright, I think that's everything. Thank you very much for watching.